Zico and Muangthong United need each other to return to glory days. John Durden reckons Zico and Muangthong United will be a perfect marriage to return the Thai League giants to where they belong. The biggest team in Thailand are without a coach. The biggest coach in Thailand is without a club. It is not a surprise that there is a lot of speculation linking Zico to Muangthong United. You can understand why there have been over 30 inquiries from around the world with regard to the Muangthong job. The club, located just to the north of the vibrant capital of Bangkok, is one of the biggest on Southeast Asia, if not the biggest. Since arriving in the top tier of Thai football in 2009, there have been 4 titles and 3 second-placed finishes. In 2017, the Karens reached the knockout stage of the AFC Champions League, one of the few Southeast Asian teams to do so. United have been the flagship bearers for Thailand, the country that has been the flagship bearer for Southeast Asia. The club is now without a coach after the resignation of Thachtawan Sripan on Monday. The decision came the day after a 6-1 result against promoted club PT Prakwap. United are accustomed to being on the winning end of such scorelines. Despite a mixed start to the new season, being hit for 6 by a new top-tier team was a huge shock. It is hard to think of a more surprising result since the advent of the Premier League. 7 points from 5 games is not usually seen as a terrible start, but then Muangthong are not your normal club. There is a big job waiting to be done. The club say that they want a foreign coach to take the reins, but the answer is lying much closer to home. United need Zico and Zico needs United. Zico is also looking to remind people that he is brightest young coach in the region, but he needs to choose his next job carefully. After leading Thailand to the 2016 AFF Suzuki Cup title and, more impressively, into the final round of qualification for the 2018 World Cup, he stepped down. Zico had taken the War Elephants to the top table of Asian football, but bosses at the Thai FA expressed disappointment at the regular losses to the likes of Japan and Saudi Arabia, and he resigned in March 2017. The tactician then took over at Port FC in the Thai League. It was a disaster and he resigned after 3 months after 1 win in 10. Port is a tough job, as a turnover of 13 coaches in less than 7 years suggests. That short spell can be excused as a misstep, a spell so short that it will barely warrant a mention on a coaching resume. It means, however, that Zico needs to be careful with his next career choice. One bad job can be explained away, but that becomes much harder to do when it is 2. Muangthong is the natural step for Zico. There should, however, be questions asked of the club, and the same should be the case if a foreign coach does get the job. The question is simple: how many more of the big stars will the club allow to go? There have been injuries this season to stars such as Adis Krasorn, Adazorn Promrak and Watanaplanam, and that would be a factor for any team. Worse though has been the departure of 4 players who could be described as the biggest names in Thailand. Chanathip Songkrasun, Dirasul Dangda and Thirathon Bunmathan are huge stars, and United have allowed all 3 to go to Japan. I wrote in December that the Karens were in danger of becoming a J-League feeder club, and their absence has proved to be massive. International goalkeeper Kain Thamsachanan has also left for Belgium, in order to achieve his dream of playing in Europe. Few teams in Asia would be able to handle such departures. Rarely has such a talented team been allowed to be dismantled so quickly. The likes of Tristan Du and Sarakuan are still with United, and there is Japanese interest there too. The club needs to stop the exodus. If not, it does not matter who comes in to take charge. Nobody knows this more than Zico. The coach is still young, already successful, but has a point to prove. Muangthong United are not the force that they were, but plaudits and acclaim await the man who can take them back to the top. That could be Zico. He needs a big club like Muangthong. Muangthong need a big coach like Zico. They are perfect for each other.
Yeah.